Hi, I'm so excited to have Suzy Kahati with me, a dear friend and colleague, who's going to share with us on Wednesday's Wisdom about how money can empower you and help you to create your dreams. Suzy, firstly, thank you for spending this time with me. And I wanted to ask you about a question that I'm often asked is that people often say to me, or a statement, I don't have enough money to fulfill my dreams. How do you handle that? What do you
Okay, so
advise?
good morning, Beverly, and thank you so much for inviting me. I do appreciate your work, and I'm your number one fan, as you know. And for people who don't know me, my name is Suzy Kahati. I'm a family financial advisor with over 10 years of experience. What does money mean? In fact, it was very interesting. Today, I was at the gym and I was thinking about 2019, which is looming over the horizon. And I said, what would I want to do in 2019? What are my wishes? So what do? I came home and I put into Google, what do people have when what do people say when they're granted 3 wishes? Okay, so the first one is love or happiness or world peace. The second or the third is always say health. Health, everybody wants to have good health because if you don't enjoy good health, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy life. But always we'll see when a person is granted 3 wishes, you will find money in it. They want to be rich, they want to be wealthy, they want to have enough. And here we have a very interesting question. What is enough? But I think we need to take one step back and ask, what does money signify to you? What does money mean to you? For me personally, it means freedom. Some people say it's security, some people say it's stability, and then we have the negative aspects. People say there's stress, they feel that there's tension, and they argue, they don't feel, well equipped to handle their money. So if we look at money, the answers just given about what money signifies to people, we understand that money, how people relate to money is very personal. There's a positive aspect and there is a negative aspect of money, which is surprisingly enough, it's true.
I suppose with the beliefs one has from having grown up in a certain family and culture and circumstance that come into the adult and make one look at money. That's such an interesting point. I love that.
It is. I have found it doesn't really matter how much you're earning. It's actually what you do with money. I see people, they manage with 10,000 shekels. I see people manage with 100,000 shekels, and sometimes I don't see people manage with 10,000 shekels or 100,000 shekels. Okay, and the reason why people don't manage the money is because they don't budget. Now, a lot of people think that budgeting is a vulgar word, but it isn't. It's so empowering when you can take control of your money and say, this is how I want to spend my money. And I have to tell you that I've helped hundreds of families achieve financial stability. And the common denominator with all these clients I work with is just one thing. None of them, without exception, work with a budget. And I've seen people turn around their lives, achieve their financial dreams, buy their dream house, go on that dream holiday, get out of debt, just by working with a budget, deciding how they want to spend the money. And that is so empowering. I personally think as well, when I divorced and set up my business, the fact that I was working with a budget was my anchor for financial stability. And that's what budgeting is all about.
Right. I love that because what I'm hearing is budgeting is about organizing and strategy. It's about knowing your reality. Like when people say, I don't have enough money, I say, okay, that belongs in the here and now. It doesn't belong in the dream. Let's start looking at what you really have. How much do you need to create a dream? I don't know. So let's start with looking at what you have and looking at all the aspects in your bank account of what you really have, and then building a strategy to see either where I can get more money or do I in fact need more money, and how to work that. I love that. It's just so, budgeting so belongs in our reality, and it's a great place to start.
And it's not difficult because it's not rocket science.
And
it's
it gives you a structure.
arithmetic.
And it gives you a structure with comfort, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It basically
Wow.
it's basic arithmetic, what your income is, what your expenses are, and if you are spending more than you earn, which you can't really. I mean, if you ask any child, you give them 5 sweets and you ask for 6, they'll say, I can't do it. But we have this idea that we can spend money that we don't have, but we shouldn't really.
I love that.
Okay, we actually need to know how to streamline and prioritize expenses. That's also quite easy to do. You just have to decide where you want to spend your money. And you also have to decide that you want to adhere to the golden budgeting rule, which is you spend less than you earn. So you always have saving for that rainy day. You will always have that money if an emergency comes along. And I've seen it time and time and time again, how people start working with the budget, taking control over their expenses, and they just fly, they just get to where they want to get to. And it can. It really can.
I love that. So that's definitely an aspect that one needs to look at when it comes to making our dreams come true, budgeting. And Suzy, I just want to thank you, because I know that anybody who wants to reach out to Suzy, you're so available, you're so personable.
Thank you.
I will put Suzy's details up, but if you can't get hold of Suzy directly, you can always PM me. She's really, really personable, available, and you can hear she talks at a level that we all understand. We don't have to know the maths and the arithmetic. Thanks, Suzy, for being with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really enjoyed, and I enjoy your company too. Thank you.